Hi everyone, I thought I'd put together a little sequence of how to keep your hips nice and mobile. I don't know about you, but at the moment I'm sitting at the computer a lot, checking my emails, checking updates, Facebook, etc. and my hips are getting really stiff, so I thought I'd share this little sequence with you. The first chunk of stretches are actually in sitting. So the first one that you would do is actually the soles of the feet together, holding onto the insteps and just letting the elbows push the knees out wide. You should feel this through the sort of groin area and just hold each stretch for about 30 to 60 seconds, remembering to breathe, or another way to remember is maybe 7 to 8 deep breaths. Then it's really nice to take the leg out to the side. We're going to stretch through the inner thigh a little bit more. If you can reach the toes, that's great. Otherwise, the ankle or knee is fine. But to add a little bit of side flexion into that stretch, reach the opposite arm over your head and just breathe deeply into the top ribs. As you exhale, just try and go that little bit further across. And then you would do that the same on the other side, but let's stay with this leg for the time being and bring it all the way around if you can, and hold on to both ankles. We call this the inside-outside stretch or the pretzel stretch. And you should feel this predominantly through the top hip, but you'll probably feel it through both hips. If you keep your back nice and straight and then just leaning forward, it's a really good hip opener stretch as well. Then let's assume we've done the same long stretch on the other side and the inside-outside stretch on the other side. Then just taking the legs out to the side, and this is always a really shock to the system when you first take your legs out to the side, but just ease into it. Bring your hands forward, and what I like to do is take a breath in, and as you exhale, just fingertip walk forward your fingers so that you take them that little bit further and stretch out through the inner thighs. Do that a couple more times. Inhale. As you exhale, creep the fingertips forward a little further. Once you've done those sitting stretches, then you can actually come to lie on your tummy. And this is more of a quadricep stretch, grabbing hold of one foot and lying down on the opposite hand. Hold it again for 30 to 60 seconds. Do the same on the other side, and just make sure that you keep your hip pressing down into the floor. Now, if you struggle with this because of knees or just inflexibility, you can do the same stretch, but just lying on your side. And then finally, another all-time favorite is our downward dog. So just reaching the hips up towards the ceiling, draw the shoulder blades down your back, try and press your heels down, and just walking the feet out so you get a little calf stretch as well. Breathing in and then exhale to press the heel down. Do that about 8 to 10 times, and then you can always lower down to the floor and just press back into child pose.